Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I loved my time with you, but I'm wondering why you're not on the ship as I am right now. You need to be. You need to be here. Do your podcast from here. Have a great time. Come see me do Broadway shows. See me get wasted on tequila. There's lots of fun things to do on this ship.
Filling your ears, no latinum required. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Always profit free. Follow us on YouTube. Download at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Who doesn't love royalty-free music? That's what this is. Do you think we made this just for you?
We have co-opted this music.
It's now ours. Take that, road podcaster. Welcome to Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the one, the only podcast that's too lazy to come up with their own theme song, so they steal it from Roadcaster.
How about lack the skill set?
That's actually a better, accurate representation.
I wouldn't say it's more accurate. It's another representation.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is Nick.
This is Rob.
This is Joe.
And welcome to Keeping Up with the Kardashians, your favorite podcast for pop culture news, TV shows, music, movies, video games, comics, toys, and so much more.
Bad infomercial.
I know.
For this show.
Welcome, guys. Guys and ladies, and theys, thems, he's, him, hers, his, Jays. Z, X, it's XE. Is it Z? It's Z.
You lost me.
I don't know. Regardless, welcome to the podcast. It's so great to have you. Today, we're going to work our way through our Season 2 review of Star Trek The Next Generation in the second half. The episodes we're going to review are Loud as a Whisper. And then The Schizoid Man. Or Schizoid?
Schizoid. 21st century Schizoid Man.
Oh, well played, sir.
Such a great song.
Well played. So we're going to review those two episodes. We're going to do that in the second half of the episode, as you know. But first of all, we want you to do a couple things for us. We want you to like and subscribe and follow us, as the beginning intro said. Yeah. Go to Kardashians Pod. Do it. Make it happen on Twitter. Go to keeping_up_Kardashians on Instagram. Go to Meta. Go to Facebook. Go to
Threads.
Threads. That's what it is.
Oh, the oft underutilized Threads.
Oh, it's not.
Do we have Threads? Are we threading anything?
Yeah.
Oh, look at us threading the needle.
I see what you did there.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, pause it. Go like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and then unpause.
I got cream on my shirt.
I hate it when that happens.
From my coffee.
Sure. Sure, that's what's from.
It sucks. Anyways, do those things. Oh, join us on Patreon too. We're going to release a Patreon episode today after recording this episode.
And you'll find out the real reason Nick has cream on his sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm. Actually, we have behind the scenes footage of it.
We do, actually, which is the best part.
We want to recommend that
body cam footage.
We want to recommend that children under the age of 26 do not watch this video.
I would say children under the age of any age.
Yes.
Just don't watch it, but then watch it.
But then subscribe.
Yes, please.
Yeah, just don't watch the video, but pay us.
Yeah, please. It's our livelihood.
Pay us to not watch the video.
We have a $2 and a $5 tier, and then the unspoken $250 tier.
I thought we were going to change that to a 1701 tier.
Oh, that's what we were going to do that.
$17.01?
Yeah. Oh,
that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I basically call it the charity.
So where should we start today, boys? Where should we start?
Did we kill anybody this week? I don't think we did.
Celebrity deaths.
No, I don't think anybody died of note.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me look. Celebrity deathies is actually accidentally what I put. Celebrity deaths. Stars who died this year. Oh, Mandisa died. Mandisa. She was a singer. She was on American Idol. She released a hit or two.
Oh, a football draft prospect died too. We didn't kill him though.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Heart attack. at 20 or like 20 years old or something like that.
Jeez.
I know, right?
Yeah. She earned 5 Grammy nominations. She won one victory for Best Contemporary Christian Music Album in 2014 for her Overcomer album.
And Jesus smited her. Wow. Smite.
Wow.
She gone.
Wow.
Who had the better career, her or the draft prospect?
Probably her from the sounds of it.
Her? Come on, bro.
What round was she going to get drafted in
She got Grammys.
and nominated?
Oh, true.
No, she won one.
Oh.
For Best Christian Contemporary Album. Contemporary Christian Album. Oh, are you not counting that?
That's the AL Central of Grammy divisions.
Wow, that's like. Do you ever remember back in the day, South Park had an episode where Cartman created his own Christian band?
Yes,
because he bet the guys that he could win a Grammy, so he formed a Christian band, and like they became huge hits because he would he would take popular contemporary songs and just take the name of the person out and put God in the place of it. And he became like this big hit, and then he won the award, and it was like the golden frankincense award. So he technically lost the bet because he didn't win what he thought.
Yeah,
it's a great episode.
It sure is.
Cartman's Christian album is just great. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna see if I can find a song or two about Cartman from the Christian band. Okay,
Cartman.
And ever since I watched that episode, I when I hear the Christian person you just mentioned,
Mandisa.
yeah, I'm like, okay, so they weren't good enough to cut it in the mainstream.
Oh, bro.
I mean,
that's not how it works.
No, okay.
I mean,
you're
DC
right.
Talk broke up after they couldn't cut it in the mainstream.
Well, that's why I wrote this song. I love you, Jesus. I want you to walk with me. I take good care of your baby. Call you my baby, baby. You died for my sins, and you know that I would die for you, right?
That?
What's the matter, baby? You're trembling, Jesus, baby. Your love is my life. You know when I'm without you, there's a black hole in my life. Oh, I wanna believe.
It sounds like a Christian song.
It does. It sounds. I was gonna say this sounds like anything I've ever heard on Christian radio.
It should be in a worship service for a like mega church.
But that's what's so funny about it, right? They're kind of like making fun of the fact that all Christian music is like love songs to like you can just replace like the name, like.
Well, actually, it's funny that you mentioned it. So I was with my dad yesterday, and we actually just talked about something similar. He's he likes your more old school. He's like hymns because he's like it's like old school rap. Old school rap was about something.
Yeah,
about it.
It had purpose.
There was theological meaning.
It had a
behind
message to it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what he said. It's like this is just all this contemporary stuff that they want at churches now is just all fluff. Give me some meat. And that's why he liked the more traditional hymnals and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like old rap versus now because it had substance. When Tupac and to a lesser extent Biggie,
to a lesser
Scarface,
extent, Biggie was like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was, but I'm just saying he's lesser than Tupac.
Bone Thugs,
clearly.
West Side, bitch.
Diddy. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just put one in the West Side. Because we all know West Side
I got a
is
stain
the best
from my
side.
cream on my shirt, guys.
Okay, Monica.
It's sticky there. Monica. Oh. From Friends? Monica?
Lewinsky.
Oh dear.
Google it if you're young.
The band name was Faith Plus One, just for the record. Faith Plus One. So, moving on. So we've already had our South Park conversation for the day. So we're good there.
I praise Jesus.
I have a major problem with current Christian contemporary music. Like you said, the hymns at least had theology behind them. There was some meaning and depth, and now it's just like, I love you, Jesus. I want to be with you, Jesus.
But honestly, it's really no different. It's just a different context. It's no different than pop music.
I agree.
Yes.
Or any or country music.
Well, that's
or
what they're
rap.
doing. Yeah.
It's
Or
devolved
anything.
with
Yeah.
the subject matter.
There's so much less depth to
And
music in general
It's
today.
it's what sells, right? They figured out.
And you can pick out certain music artists that are deep or they write deeper songs or meaningful songs. We're talking about the overarching, like, greater
But I'd argue
radio, like, hits music.
bands that have meaning to their music most of the time, they're not. You can't grab onto them. Pop stations won't play them as much, or rock stations won't even play them as much.
You know, it's not
Or hippity hop
it's not a
stations.
particularly new problem, right? Because you think about like back in the day with a band like Queen, when they released Bohemian Rhapsody, radios didn't want to play that because it was a 7-minute long ballad, and then finally, like fan reaction just made it where they had no choice. They ended up playing it. The problem is we don't have people who are that outraged as fans now because we move on very quick to the next thing because there's so much media being released all the time.
I just
right?
gave up on radio.
I don't really listen to the radio.
I'm
I
gone.
listen to 97.1, the
that-
Ticket, and 101, the Riff, Dave and Chuck, the Freak.
Specifically,
baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only things I listen to.
what was it on the riff again?
That's Dave and Chuck the Freak.
Dave and Chuck, the Freak.
Yeah,
You can go to WRIF.com and probably search Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, you'll find us on
And
there.
you'll find us there.
Yeah.
And we had producer of their show, Al Beck, on.
Yeah.
Who was awesome.
We'll have him get back again this
We
season.
will
Right?
have to have, we'll have Al Beck back.
Maybe shoot him a message, see if there's any particular episodes he wants to come back on.
Okay,
Or-
yeah, I'll contact him and see what his faves are. He
Well,
has
I
some
just
faves.
searched for us, and there was no bites.
Well, you know what? Joke's on you because you listened to anything I said.
Got him.
well, I
What about Kardashians?
probably would have.
Search Joe. I bet you find it.
But
if
I
you
even
search
looked
Joe.
up Dave and Chuck, the Freak, and that didn't really work too well either.
Maybe you need to learn how to use a Google search.
Maybe that's true.
Can you Google Google Keeping Up with the Kardashians riff? WRIF.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
WRIF.
WRIF.
Riff.
Can everybody listening to this Google that just for fun?
Yeah.
Join Nick in his journey of poor Googling skills.
Yeah, it's on there. Yep. There it is, right there. Boom.
This is
Bam.
all tracked
See?
on their website. So if every one of you goes there and
Yeah.
clicks on that,
Yes.
That gives them views and gives us views.
they might go, why is everybody clicking on this link?
Wow, why do we have 10 million views on this
And
one?
share that link.
Try-
Share it on your social media. Put it
Try
in your
10.
story or retweet it.
Yeah.
Re-exit.
Yeah, hey, Nick, aren't you doing the Pinterest or whatever the hell it's called?
Pinterest?
We're on
I don't know.
Pinterest?
I don't know.
I am not doing Pinterest.
Reddit? Was that it?
Head to Pinterest for your favorite Keeping Up with the Kardashians bread recipes.
I have a wicked sourdough, baby. Just
about-
get ready.
You get our John in there.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Ah,
I also have a site where I sell self-stealing stem bolts as well. It's amazing.
You can get our Hargons on there.
Uh,
Speaking of places you can get things, though, something's new this week that Nick did.
what? Nick did something for our show?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
I am interested.
Oh my gosh.
Already. So Nick has a weekly tendency to knock the aux port out of his headphones.
And yet he just plugs it in the same way every time and never.
Is there a different way to plug
try
it
to
in?
put
Yes.
it behind you, bro.
Wait, hold on. I got
Nope.
an idea.
No, Jesus Christ.
I got an idea. No, shut up. Shut up.
Nope, that's not going to work.
Yes, it is. Check it out.
Not
It's
gonna
going to work.
Okay.
Fans,
All right, we're taking bets on if this is going to work. You just kind of wrapped it around.
it's working.
That might
It
work.
works. Yeah, in your faces, jerks.
Nick, since you did it, why don't you speak about what you did this week?
Zazzle, baby. Go to Zazzle. I'm creating a website with our products on there. I think you can search for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm double checking that right
I
now.
think it's Keeping Up Kardashians, all one word.
Keeping Up Yes, it is one word because they limit you in your character count. Keeping Up Kardashians. Let me see if it'll pull up. If not, I'll send. Yeah, it does. If you look Keeping Up Kardashians,
You can get playing cards?
yeah, you can get playing cards.
I know, I kind of want the playing cards.
There's a coffee mug. It says one mug to rule them all, and it's us in our boy band days. You can get
The good old boy band days.
boy band days. There's a iPhone case on there right now. There's a mouse pad. There's a magnet, and there's going to be more. There's a T-shirt. The T-shirt is there, and there's going to be a lot more. And the prices are good. Like you can get a T-shirt for $15.
That's actually really good. It's
pretty good.
Compared to Redbubble, that's huge.
Yeah. You can get an iPhone case complete with the Keeping Up with the Kardashians logo on there for only $30. Only $30. That's a deal.
Is it?
Not really, but it's a deal. It's a deal in the sense.
How much
that
is
you
the
get
deck of cards? Because you could use that to play strip poker.
$8.72.
Those are coming on the cruise with us.
Yeah.
Do you have-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll have to get cards. I'm still kind of working on the cards a little bit. If you notice, they're slightly cut off, right at there. But that's because of the way the logo is. So I'm working on it.
You should put a QR code on the
Work in
cards.
progress.
Oh, that's
on everything.
That's a genius. Put a QR code everywhere.
I know.
So, anyways,
Make sure you put a pill in there so people can lay with us.
and I'm making all kinds of stuff. So if you have good ideas on different things that you would like to see branded Kardashian swag, call us 734-494-0980. We want to know. What do you think would be
What was that number again?
734-494-0980.
8-0.
Yes.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yes.
For the cruise.
Yes.
What if we just get QR codes that lead to our podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever, and it's just a QR code sticker? No, there's no branding. It's just a
Really?
QR code, and we just put it all over the ship.
Could be a sticker though, a magnet maybe,
It had to be a magnet.
because we don't want to put stickers everywhere, because then then they won't rip off easily, and
That's true, and it would.
we don't want to be jerks.
They know who did it.
Yeah, they'd know who did it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to
Who
get.
did this? Oh, it's
Well, we could put it on random doors throughout the ship.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun.
Make it happen, Captain.
Do you know we could also get Keeping Up with the Kardashians luggage tags?
Yeah, I saw that.
what? Okay, we need those.
Oh,
we need those.
Yeah, for the cruise, we absolutely
Yes.
do.
I just created it. Look at that.
How much is it? $96?
That can't be
Is that
right.
what it said?
Oh, one area is blank. Oh, we got to fix.
So if you want to travel with us, go get our luggage tags.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely getting a luggage
I
tag.
think you kind of have to.
We have to.
you have to.
It would be improper if we didn't.
Because
We're traveling.
We're kind of big time now.
Sure.
And by big time, you mean no one. We're
Clearly.
we're nobodies.
Yeah, but we're
Nobody's who-
traveling nobodies.
Yeah.
We're nobodies who think we're somebodies. So there we go. Boom. Check that out.
How much was it? Was it $96?
No, it was like $9.60.
Oh.
That's happening.
Yeah, that's not a bad price. And 20% off code if you enter the code 3-day deal. So
3-day deal?
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, you can get it single sided with the card slot too, so you know where to get it.
Yeah,
But I feel like if we have a Kardashians thing, we're gonna know it's ours. So there's that.
Yes.
So, anyways, we got that site going on. So
If
call in, give us your ideas on swag we should make. We'd appreciate it.
Dead
Okay.
air. All right.
I know. I'm
No,
waiting.
that's not dead air. It's commercial air.
Weekday afternoons on Fox. Batman's getting busy. He's gonna jump. Take him, boys. Jolt. Fly. Fling. Swing. Swoop. Dive. And drive. All you have to do is hang on. We'll end this on a high note. Get ready for action.
Batman, weekdays at 4:30 on Fox 39.
That's true.
Oh my!
See, you did it this time, though. You mentioned it this time.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you guys didn't figure it out. I gotta hold your guys' hand this whole goddamn show.
That's not my hand.
I normally don't like to do a commercial break until
I understand, 'cause
after later on. I like to wait until about a half hour before the first commercial.
Well, a
break.
commercial after the commercial we just did for Zazzle. And isn't Zazzle fun to say?
Not really.
It's fun to say.
Wow, not really.
I think it's a lot of fun word.
I like scoliosis.
Oh, gentlemen.
Hailing frequency. Frequency's open.
We're getting hails.
Okay, who are we? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! We're getting hails. We need to respond to those hails. Joe, the frequencies are open. What do the hails say?
Hales say that we have a little listener feedback this week.
Yeah?
Yes. Brody, our friend Brody from Talk Talk Punch, is kind enough to send us hailing frequencies every week. And over on YouTube, he called for your retirement, Nick. He said you should retire from the podcast.
How dare him? Why?
General
What gives
reasons.
him the right?
He's a listener. And he's listened to more than 40 seconds of the show.
All his responses, so you could you could listen to the show where it was
on the last episode.
It was you saying, "Beam me up, Scotty."
Was it really?
Yeah, in a terrible.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Something like that. Yeah.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Oh my Lord.
Brody
from Talk Talk Punch, go ahead and call for his retirement again, please.
Smeagol now.
And if you haven't seen their podcast, go check them out. It's fun. I was on an episode about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
So go check them out. It's if you like pop culture and movie stuff and list,
Talk.
It's a fun listen.
It is. And if you need more proof, we will show you that you can send pictures to 734-494-0980
and our email.
Because one of our listeners sent us a Reba McEntire meme.
Oh Lord!
And it said this is for Joe, and it's a picture. It just says Reba McEntire is Mary J. Blige for white women.
And it's honestly true. Like the side by side pictures.
Mm-hmm. We'll put the picture up here.
It's very true.
It is pretty accurate. Which I don't know if anybody picked up on the guy's name in the first episode.
Was it Reba?
Reba with a V.
Reba.
Yeah, to me, it's Reba. He was Reba.
just Reba.
And then we also get fan mail from time to time. We've gotten cookies. We've gotten gifts, holiday gifts. Bombs. Yes, bomb threats, arsenic. Cease and desist letters, which we collect. You're gonna get the rebots after you.
Yeah,
that was less than 30 seconds, my friend.
It's YouTube still flags it,
which is a really long time.
So this is a letter from a longtime listener of ours. It says, Nick, Joe, and Rob, thank y'all for being so awesome. When I watch the YouTubes, I feel like I'm sitting in the room with you. I'm gonna get choked up.
Are you?
No.
Blowing kisses your way.
I've had these in my nightstand for a while. I've held on to them for sentimental value, but I'm ready to let go and gift them to someone who'll appreciate it more. I hope you are enjoying them and no fighting.
Well, no promises, because there's some of those I'm going to fight over. I'm going to fight over all of them.
And they sent, as Rob is showing you now, some trading cards, Star Trek trading cards.
Yeah, and we're going to fight over them
which are
later.
pretty awesome. They have they have episode numbers, and these are all episodes. There's not a single one.
That's next week.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yes.
There's not a single one that we've seen yet, except this one's.
You know what's interesting about this? In this makeup for the fish people?
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's one of the members of Fleetwood Mac, if I remember correctly.
Who?
I don't remember. We'll have to Google it later. But if I remember correctly, that is actually one of the members of the band.
Does it say?
Mick Fleetwood.
I was going to guess Mick Fleetwood. Wow. Okay.
Dropping knowledge on you, son.
Did not know that Mick Fleetwood. If anybody has a member of Fleetwood Mac in an episode on your bingo board, go ahead and stamp that bitch.
Bingo!
Wait till James Worthy comes on.
James Worthy?
Yep. Plays a Klingon.
That's racist.
Well, he's tall, and you want an intimidating figure for.
But
James Worthy is dead.
Yeah, how does he play?
Wait,
Star Trek: The Next Generation came out many years ago.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true.
He was still playing for the Lakers
What
at
are
that
you
time.
doing?
It's hard to believe that James Worthy was playing basketball within my lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, and same with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right?
Listen,
Yeah.
within your lifetime, you saw the likes of Kurt Rambis
Oh, sweet.
all the way to LeBron James.
I'd
That's
rather.
a really interesting way to look at it, right? You know, like the different eras of basketball.
Please call him King James.
No.
No, I'm not going to do that either.
His last season was
I almost slapped you.
91.
Don't ever talk to me
He's
like
the best basketball player ever.
I'll cut you.
James Worthy. 91 was his last season.
Clearly the GOAT. It only took him 20 years to get what Jordan did in 10.
Jordan played 15 years.
Sorry.
Actually, I lied. James Worthy played
But
till 94.
two of those were with the Wizards, I think.
Yeah.
Just
the
two.
end.
Not 3. I don't think he played 3 years with the Wizards, or was it?
Jordan?
Yeah.
I thought it was just 2.
I think
thought
it
it
was
was
just 2
2.
years with the
Yeah.
Wizards.
And he still was good when he played.
He averaged like 20-some points a game still.
Yeah. In the defensive era of basketball.
Yes.
When you're allowed to play defense and you weren't allowed to walk,
It's called traveling.
it's called standard quo in the NBA now.
Can I bring up an important subject?
Sure, go for it.
One that's near and dear to my heart.
Go ahead.
This week was a big week, gentlemen. Taylor Swift released a double album. Don't roll your freaking eyes. Taylor Swift.
Swift?
She
Change approved.
released a new album this week.
The Tortured Poets Department.
The Tortured Poets Department, which is a double album, which is incredible. Like for
2
her
hours
fans,
long.
That's incredible. 31 songs. Okay. She wrote this during her last tour, and it was about an era of her life where she was like really struggling and depressed or whatever. Aw, boo-hoo.
I'm a multimillionaire.
It's
She's damn near a billionaire.
yeah.
I'm sure she is a billionaire.
I think
After that last concert tour, I wouldn't doubt it.
my guess is her celebrity net worth is between $800 and $900 million.
Oh yeah, easily. And I bet you it's
Google
increased significantly just within the past year.
You think she'd advertise for us?
No.
Yes, I'll reach out to her people.
So
Yeah, reach out to her people.
So
I dare you.
So she
I
released a
dare
new
you.
album,
I will.
and there's
Carbon copy me on it.
There's 31 songs, and I want to have a conversation about this because, Rob, your initial thing was to roll your eyes, and I get that. There's a lot of people who will roll their eyes.
And it's not Taylor Swift. It's just not my kind of music.
Yes, but I think there's also something more behind that, because, and not you necessarily, but I think in general, most men tend to like roll their eyes at the idea of Taylor Swift. Now, was that the same when a female musician like Madonna or Mariah Carey was popular?
Hey, keep your name out. Keep her name out.
No, I think it's a really good, like, did those musicians inspire the same sort of like eye rolls in men that Taylor Swift does?
I could tell you.
And why is and why or why not? Like, I think that's a really interesting
As an avid Mariah Carey fan since 1990,
hardcore Mariah fan.
I can tell you that, yes, Mariah Carey, when I said I am a Mariah Carey fan, and I say it proudly, I got a lot of eye rolls from males and females, actually, but a lot of males.
From mans.
So it could be the exposure that she gets now
Yeah.
that makes it more prevalent
Okay.
and more obvious.
Okay.
But it's different levels because it's different times.
Yeah.
But I could say that there are people, of course, there are men that like Taylor Swift and Mariah Carey and whoever else out there. But I could tell you back in the day, yes, there was definitely eye rolls from personal experience.
Do you think it's as severe as it is today with Taylor?
No.
Probably not, because exposure again. The access to everything out there in the world.
According to CelebrityNetWorth.com, which is the holy Bible of celebrity net worth, she's worth $900 billion.
900 billion?
Or million. 900 million.
Oh my God.
On her, listen, on her way to 900 billion. Let's be honest. And no, I think a lot of it, for me, I think a lot of it is partly what Rob said.
Okay.
But it's also her fan base.
She's got avid fans.
She has very avid fans, which can be annoying.
Scary fans.
It's also, Rob said her exposure, but I just think it's the fact that she lives a very, very public life, and celebrities now live the most public lives
That's kind
of
of what
all time.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying. Is
Yeah.
that the media is so out there, whether it be social media or TMZ or
But she's
NFL or whatever it
always
is.
in something, always.
Yes, she's always there. Not necessarily by her choice, I'm sure, but she's always there.
So I've been thinking about this, and I think part of it is there is that, but I think part of it is the image they present. You think about Madonna; her image was a bad girl, right? Like she was not designed for young kids and all that. You think about Mariah; she was not say what you will, Mariah was not trying to speak to. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Mariah was not trying to speak to your everyday basic white girl.
I would agree that to a certain extent.
Right? Like
what? When?
Like mid 90s and on. Early Mariah was just a generic pop star, but when she started to change her sound a little bit and lean more into what she wanted her sound to be.
The album
or
Butterfly is what you're referencing.
Yeah.
That Honey video, by the way.
Where I would say the image of Taylor Swift is designed to be the most clean, and it's a cookie cutter image, I think. Like, in my perception, I don't think she actually is that way, but I think that's the perception. So she can be listened to by a 13-year-old girl as well as a 45-year-old woman and still have the same feeling for the music. Like the 13-year-old girl can relate because the song's about breakup and broken hearts, and the 45-year-old woman can relate to it because
it's a song about breakups and broken hearts, and they.
Thank you for speaking for women, Mark.
I know. It sounds so incredibly sad, and I'm not trying to sound that way. I like Taylor Swift. I actually enjoy her music quite a bit. I didn't. This album I listened to I haven't listened to it all the way through yet. It's not my favorite because it's a depressing album, but she fully admitted it was not meant to be a super happy album.
See, you mentioned depressing album. I might be able to get that. I might give it a try.
It's all about breaking up with certain men and about how men broke her hearts and how
I've broken up with a lot of men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think my issue more, and it's so funny because it sounds so because when you listen to a rock band, right, they're writing about the girls they hook up with, the women who broke their hearts and all that stuff. It's the same kind of music, but for some reason when Taylor does it, it's like, can you stop singing about the same crap over and over again? But everyone does it. So why is it that Taylor bugs me when she does it, but another musician doesn't?
I know why.
Why?
You're sexist.
Is there a little part in the back of your head though that is kind of true? Like you have a bias towards it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to hear about this.
I don't know because
from the female perspective, because I'm a man. I'm a male.
Not for me.
Because I think there's other artists you can. It's just how it hits your ears. I think in the long run, because I don't not enjoy Taylor Swift because of the message in the songs. It's just I don't like a lot of soft music. And I respect the hell out of her. First of all, let me say this. I respect the hell out of her for giving a 3-hour concert. I think that's an amazing gift to your fans when whether they pay face price or go aftermarket for her. A 3-hour concert is incredibly admirable.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who does like to go to concerts.
And the way she did, like it's the Eras tour, so she's going over her entire career and giving you different eras of her career. It was incredibly well put together and executed.
I absolutely wish more people would do something like that, especially bands that have been around for a while that have a lot of material where they could put it out and easily entertain fans for that amount of time.
Like Dave Matthews Band.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, they have a lot of material, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just her music doesn't hit my ears generally. There are a couple songs that I know I've heard them like I like that. I like that. But generally speaking, I don't really enjoy the music that hits my ears.
So, critical reception of her so far. She's getting a fairly decent rating. The Times, an author from the Times magazine dubbed it Swift's most cohesive body of work to date, finding the most sophisticated and lyricism symbolic. Someone else wrote that it's charmingly cheesy to moodily melodramatic. Other reviews state NME critic Laura Molly wrote a mixed review opining that some of the lyrics were cringe-inducing and the music production was not groundbreaking.
I hate the term cringe, by the way.
I do too.
I do too. Alex Petridis of The Guardian opined
that production isn't groundbreaking.
It's really, when you listen to it, it's a very similar sound. A lot of her songs sound very similar in that album. It's fine.
Well, a lot of bands, to be fair,
a lot of sounds do that. That's fine. Alex Petridis of The Guardian boasts Swift's witty, most cutting lyrics featuring nuanced musical choices that show her willing to take risk in a risk-averse era for pop. Someone said it is an uneven album and raised the criticism that her vocal mannerisms have become overly familiar. And finally, this is my favorite. Pace Magazine staff, who gave it a 3.6 out of 10, reviewed the album
3.6 out of 10?
Yeah.
What is it, season 1 of Next Gen?
They said she can't help but infantilize
Nailed
the
it.
very people who buy into her music and drive her success upwards in the first place.
Is it the discovery of Taylor Swift's albums?
Who said that?
Pace Magazine.
Paste Magazine. I've never even heard of Paste
Who
Magazine.
said it from Pace Magazine?
Oh, you know Paste Magazine?
No.
So my question is,
I just want to know the writer.
It does. Let me see. Let me get to the.
do you guys want to get hits on our YouTube?
I'm just guessing their mail.
You guys want to get hits on our YouTube? Let's review this album and just trash it on purpose.
It just
I just
says-
get blown up.
It just says by the Paste staff.
Oh.
So they won't even take.
Definitely a mail.
Yeah.
Right, when they don't put their name to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because the Swifties wield such power.
There is truth to that.
Let's do it.
And this is again, this is kind of part of my problem with Dave Matthews or Radiohead. Their fans are obnoxious. And
That's hurtful.
Taylor's
Dave Matthews Band fans are not obnoxious.
Hey, as a Tool fan, yes, they are.
No, they aren't.
Tool fans
That's what
are
I'm saying.
obnoxious.
That's what I'm saying. As a Tool fan, we can recognize obnoxious fans.
I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and let you guys compare Dave Matthews Band fans to Tool fans.
They're the same thing.
They are not the same. They're not the same thing.
They are very similar then.
They are not similar at all.
Yes. In their passion and their devotion
But that passion and devotion does not equate obnoxiousness.
and their self-righteousness.
It can, because when you're
It
so
can,
passionate
but it
and
doesn't.
emotional, you get locked in your tribe and you can't see anything outside of your tribe.
I can
which
see
is
things outside my tribe. I actually like Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
They're not as good as Hootie and the Blowfish, but what can you do?
Jesus Christ. All right, we're moving on. What would you give the Taylor Swift album?
So far.
So far, I would see. A C, yeah. There's some good ones in there. Goodness, what's the one I just listened to that I dug on the way here? It was the name of a guy. A lot of the songs on that album
Travis?
are.
No, he's the next album.
No,
Okay.
no. I gotta pull it up.
Another one.
I gotta pull it up. Real quick.
DJ Khaled. Is he on it?
DJ.
Is there any song featuring DJ Khaled?
Oh my gosh! What was it? Peter or something?
Okay.
It's about Peter Griffin.
Yeah, it was Peter, number 28 on the
Peter
album.
Davidson, she did him?
Peter was a good one. I liked
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
I liked Peter. I liked Down Bad. I thought Down Bad was really good.
I think Down Bad's the one that's getting the most love.
But that's
right
not
now.
their single. Like, that's what's so funny. The single is Fortnite right now with Post Malone in
Yeah,
it.
Fortnite,
Was
baby.
she playing Fortnite?
Yeah. Florida is good. It's got Florence and the Machine. I like
I like
that
the
one.
song Minecraft.
I'm all about Call of Duty,
Featuring,
son.
featuring Steve.
Yeah.
And I liked Manuscript as well. The Manuscript is the last one on the album, and I think it's like a summation of that period of her life, because it talks about a young girl dating older men, because when she dated men her age, they had dartboards on the back of their doors, and she's like, I didn't like that, so she dated older men. But like, when you're 17, 18 dating older men, they're basically predators at that point.
What's wrong
She
with dartboards on the back of doors?
Didn't she date like Jake Gyllenhaal when he was in his late 30s or something like that?
I think he's just in his 40s now, man.
She dated John Mayer when she was in her early 20s.
Yeah,
Didn't
like
everybody date John Mayer for a little bit there, though?
John Mayer's team photo is stacked.
Put that together.
I guess Jake
And I'll
Gyllenhaal
put
is
it on
only
YouTube
43. Yeah, he's only 43, Jake
Look
Gyllenhaal.
up, go to who's dated who. It's who'sdatedwho.com.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's
wow.
dated
And you
who?
put in a name and it'll give you their team photo.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Who do I put in?
Put in John Mayer. Pull up
John Mayer. Holy freaking cow.
I blow your minds.
Holy cow. Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Simpson, Rena Hammer, Vanessa Carlton, Minka Kelly, Sheena Marie Jenkins, Rona Mitra, Miley Cyrus, they dated? Kesha? He dated Kesha?
I don't know how they describe? Dated? Or I think it's like they were seen together,
Minka
or they were
Kelly,
like.
though. Oh, Minka Kelly was gorgeous to me at one point in time.
John Mayer has pulled talent.
Minka Kelly. Tell me now. She's dating Dan Reynolds. They started dating.
Pull up Taylor Swift. See who Pete is. Is it Pete Davidson?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, you ready? Taylor Lautner, Harry Styles, Calvin Harris, who is the guy she wrote the song London about, and So Long London, Jake Gyllenhaal, Joseph Jonas, John Mayer,
Joseph Jonas.
Lucas Till, Corey Monteith, Matthew Gray Grubler, Connor Kennedy, Zac Efron, Patrick Schwarzenegger, Eddie Redmayne, Brandon Borello, Toby Hemingway, Chord Overstreet, Sam Armstrong. We're getting into like Alexander Skarsgård. Oh, I didn't know she dated him. Matt Healy, Brendan Thwaites, Thomas O'Dell, Tim McGraw. No, they didn't date.
There's no way.
They didn't date. They were just seen together. There's no way. Yeah, because they got Kanye at the end here. Taylor Swift and Tim Tebow. No, they didn't date. Come on. They didn't date.
I want fact checks.
Did you click on Taylor Swift, or did you just put her name in? So put her name. Click on Taylor Swift.
Oh, click on her name. Okay. Oh, did I do it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, dating history. Oh.
Yeah. You gotta. So you put their name in. You click on whoever it is.
I
and
was
it
right with
pulls
all
their-
those names, though.
Yeah, most of them, and it pulls up their dating history.
Yeah. I just didn't finish
It's
clicking on it.
ridiculous.
I just didn't finish clicking on it.
These are two. I think I've introduced you to Celebrity Net Worth, and who's dated who today. These
Yeah,
are,
you
these
did-
are two
you did two
essential internet
We
searches.
should put John Mayer and Taylor Swift's dating history against each other. Do a draft.
When did they date? If they dated, so because he's 40, Alexander Skarsgård.
I think she was in her early 20s, or maybe even 19.
Because they got a 13-year age difference. Those two.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's troubling. That's trouble. Tom Hiddleston.
She has a
dated
song called
Tom Hiddleston.
She has a song called "Dear John," which is about John Mayer, and he has a song called "Paper Doll," which is about Taylor Swift.
She dated.
Do you ever listen
Tom
to them
Hiddleston.
back to back?
No.
Would it induce some kind of weird time warp if you did?
Although "Paper Doll" is like one of my least favorite John Mayer songs, and I don't have a lot of least favorite John Mayer songs because I think pretty much everything he does is generally excellent.
Can we talk
Paper
about?
Doll is one of my least favorite.
Can we talk about how the fact this site has a compatibility rating out
What?
of 5 hearts, and
Jesus,
it goes by
stop.
their zodiac, their Chinese zodiac, their height, and their age.
What do Travis and Taylor get?
68%.
How many stars out of 5? How many hearts out of 5?
That's 3 stars out of 5.
Guys, just stop. We're turning to tabloid now. Come on.
Listen,
It's fascinating, and you
we
know
need.
it.
This is what happens when the
A new
pop
Taylor
culture
album.
news is slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need shit to happen.
Yeah.
Well, and Nick gets to put Taylor Swift in the description. So,
I know it'll get eyes in the ears.
yeah.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
I did not.
Hey, you came away with 2 new internet resources.
That I probably won't use.
You'll never go to Who's Dated Who. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
As soon it's one of the first resources I ever look at.
Can you submit your name on there just for fun?
Maybe we could look up my name. Who's Dated Who? Put up Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, right.
If
Gosh,
there-
put in
just all-
Kim Kardashian. Oh my gosh. Can we move on from this?
Please.
Okay.
Sure.
That'd be great.
Okay. Should we move into some Star Trek?
Yes.
All right. Today we're reviewing 2 episodes. We got Loud as a Whisper and this Schizoid Man.
Zazzle.
21st century schizoid man.
Zazzle.
Loud as a Whisper.
This is a schizophrenic episode for sure.
Tourette's. Zazzle.
The Enterprise takes aboard a man named Riva, who's a known negotiator, to resolve a war between 2 tribes. Riva's deaf due to a hereditary lack of the gene for hearing, and he uses sign language and lip reading, but he has like 3 people who travel with him and speak for him through telepathic communication. One of those is like the guy who's like passionate. The others, I don't know. I don't even care. It's not that important.
One's basically the scholar, one's the boner, and one's the the
Links
mixture.
them together. Yeah, links them together. And he's kind of cocky. He's full of himself, but he's super into Deanna Troy. He goes out to dinner with her, and he's like, "We should make this."
He says, literally, "I want to fill you up."
Yeah,
I was like, "Damn."
yeah. He don't joke around. Like he
was doing the sign language, and he started doing this, and
I
I was
know,
like,
it
"That's
was-
a bit aggressive."
It was super aggressive.
Woo!
He kept doing awooga eyes at her, and it was just weird.
Did you think guys get hot when he was talking to her there? I was like, "Oh man."
So he's like coming on strong to her. They
Yeah,
go
he
down
was.
for the negotiation, and
did.
and
Yeah,
Reva's
it
like,
went down.
and Reva's like, "Guys, I got this, no problem. Chill out." And then boom, blasted. Starts shooting, firing, blasting.
Just one shot.
And then one shot, all three killed, and he's freaking out. And then Data learns sign language, and Data becomes the muse for this guy. And all of a sudden, he realizes that he has to like get his ego out of the way and be kinder. So he goes down to the planet, and he says, "I'm going to teach him how to have peace by teaching him sign language." The end of the episode.
2 stars.
Hated it.
I still can't get over the dirty talk that was going on there for a lot. I'm like,
You know.
I know they're not exactly talking about this, but holy crap.
Anybody else think that this guy looked like Kenny Loggins?
I was like, when did the Bee Gees get here?
I was thinking that too.
The entire time I was calling him, I wasn't calling him Reva. I was calling him
Kenny
Bee Gees.
Loggins.
What's up, Bee Gees?
Kenny Loggins.
Bee Gees is trying to get some Troy.
Oh my gosh. All right. So
Kenny Loggins, mid-'80s. I'm looking it up.
there's some things I want to talk. So first of all, there are some things this episode does extremely
Look
well.
up Bee Gees after that.
There are some episodes the things this does extremely well, and that is representing the deaf community, and also and then also Jordy's got a couple things in there, right?
Yeah.
So it does a good job of talking about right.
Identical.
I think it does a really good job with that. I was impressed with how they handled that. They did it in a mature way. They didn't demean or talk down to.
I know Pulaski didn't rip into Jordy for being blind.
They didn't make it look like you were less than because of it. So I thought that did really well. So if I got to give it some credit. But that's where I stopped.
Yeah, that's it.
Can we talk about how this actor, he gets cast for this role, and they're like, "What do you got to do?" And you're like, "Just stand there, stare approvingly, stare lustfully,
Self-righteously?
self-righteously, do a lot of head nods, and that's it."
Did they said he could read lips, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, because
He wasn't looking at her lips.
I know, but he kept responding to everybody that was like,
Not looking at him.
yeah, but he kept responding to like everything everybody was saying, but he would respond in his like facial expressions and stuff. And I'm like, I thought this motherfucker was deaf.
You might even like, could he hear through his course?
No.
That's what I thought initially. I'm like, oh, maybe he hears through like
Yeah.
the boner guy and like the philosopher dude.
His name's Boner.
That's what he said. He said he was the libido.
I know. Libido, the
I
passion.
was like, oh, okay, this guy's the boner, and then the other guy is the thinker. They're basically the two heads, and then the lady links them. Which one do you want? Which head do you want to think with?
I've seen that video before.
Was Odo where he links up with?
Oh dear. Oh, the Great Link. Oh baby. Oh.
I thought the whole. I liked the fact that he was deaf, and I agree with you that like the representation.
Wow. You like the fact he was deaf?
Yeah, I liked that he was deaf.
Yeah.
Just like I liked the fat lady on Discovery.
Dude, you gotta work on your PC terms.
Why?
You're just so hurtful, and you don't.
No,
even
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not being hurtful.
734-494-0980. Is that hurtful?
I think it's hurtful.
I think it's excellent representation.
Okay.
I like that he was deaf. I thought the rest was cheesy as hell. The whole like, I don't know. I thought it was funny that when he went with Troy, he only brought the boner guy. Like he only brought the libido dude.
He knew what he was doing.
He's like, okay, I know what I'm doing here.
You think you would have brought the woman, right? Because she kind of
No.
links both.
No, because he's down. He's down to go to Pound Town. He's ready.
Nick,
He is.
you may want to tune out for this.
Earmuffs.
So if Troy and this guy were to get together, would Libido guy stick around and do the sounds for him?
Yes.
I mean, like
Doing the color commentary, like
the O face would be through the sky. Oh, from behind her, it's like
is it considered a threesome?
the guy's just watching, so it's a voyeurism.
I guess so. He's a cuck.
I will say it's fascinating because
Nick's changing it. I want to
no,
know this.
no, this is going back to this because just because he's deaf does not mean he's incapable of making sound.
Emote sounds, but don't you want to emote something that's like, yeah, you like that or something? I don't know.
I kind of
Is that your?
I'm just throwing something out there, man.
No, I'm really interested in this now.
Well, you know,
this is for Patreon. Catchphrases in the bedroom.
it's about Rushmore of catchphrases in the bedroom.
Bazinga.
Basika, Zazzle.
It's Rob yelling Zazzle.
Zazzle.
Oh my gosh, this is so childish. I kind of appreciate it.
No, but I was actually watching the episode when they're in the room together. I'm like, if they bang, is that guy sticking around?
I know.
And even by accident, this thing just did come from his mouth.
So
She said.
here's some things. This is another very sexist episode in Star Trek history, though, right? Was this the episode where... No, that's the next episode where he's like, about women. No, women aren't humans. They're
that's the next episode.
They're just women.
Yeah.
But that kind of happens in this episode. Like right away, he sees Deanna Troi and he's already banging her.
Oh, nice term. But I think they do that on purpose, so it's the guests, so that way they could tell how evolved the Federation is again. They demonize the less evolved.
To show you that, like, oh, look what the
Picard
crew doesn't do.
Yeah, Picard would never do that.
I actually viewed this the other way. I viewed like Riva coming in as the more evolved of them.
Wow, how can you be deaf and more evolved?
Damn.
Wow. Again, you gotta check what you're saying, bro.
It's
no, dude.
No. There's no recovering from that. Wow.
Mozart was deaf, man. Look at his music.
He was not evolved. He was a bum.
He's no Dave Matthews, but
I know.
He only created timeless music that's going to be around forever.
And hold on, just so you know, nobody listening is deaf, so they're not going to be offended. You dumbass.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a safe space.
734-494-0980. Please tell Joe he is a jerk. He's ableist.
I'm not ableist. Maybe a little bit.
Can we just throw out the buzzwords? Gaslighting. I don't know. Just.
Although if I were ableist, I would say that the most, like the first one I would discriminate against would be the deaf community because they couldn't hear me. It's easier to get away with it.
I'm not going to get in this conversation.
You can't tell me that that's not true. Hypothetical. You have to discriminate against one sector of the disabled community. You would have to go deaf. They couldn't hear you. It's the easiest one to get away with, right? You guys
I disagree. As someone who has I have two people in my father and my sister are both legally blind. You know
that's legally blind.
That's a movie, guys. That's a movie. There's two of them.
Follow me. I could go to I could be that cashier who's like, here's your change for 100 and give you like dollar bills instead of 20s and 50s very easily. I could lie to you about what money I'm giving you back if you're legally blind.
No, because you can feel it.
Yes and no.
They feel different.
Well, now they do, but they didn't used to. Back in the day. But I feel like it would be easier to take advantage of, because I would walk up to a very beautiful blind lady and say, "Yeah, I look like Brad Pitt."
She's like, "What's Brad Pitt look like?"
I'm very, I'm very attractive.
Yeah. Way to go! You're referencing something visual.
I would just say I'm very attractive.
I look like Brad Pitt. You'd say that to a blind person?
Yeah, but
they don't know what Brad Pitt looks like.
You don't think someone who's blind knows who's considered attractive in society?
Yeah, but when you say I look like Brad Pitt,
Yeah, but so
Have
they
you
would
heard
go,
of Brad
oh,
Pitt?
He's attractive.
used to be attractive.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, now he looks like a bum.
I'm
Can
just
we
saying.
move on to a better discussion?
For the
I'm
love
just
of
saying.
God.
This is not a good discussion. I don't like this discussion.
As the guy
One-
in comments has been attacked for probably being everything you guys were just being.
I
Hit
was
them.
not being that. I can speak from experience growing up in a household with people who were disabled. Okay, you
I'm on a
cannot.
podcast with people who are disabled.
Are you looking at my stain on my my
Yeah,
shirt
yeah.
from where I got the cream on me?
Yeah.
I gotta okay. Before we move on, this is not. It's not. This isn't mean or anything. Are you guys surprised?
This isn't me. I love how you.
I had. Are you guys surprised with how little hate mail I get?
I'm surprised how little hate mail we get. Yes.
I am kind of surprised, honestly. I think it helps.
I don't
that
do it on.
people-
I don't do it on purpose. It's not a bit. It's just.
That's even worse.
I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable speaking.
That's even worse. This isn't a bit. It's not like I'm just pretending to be this way. I really am.
I'm not saying I'm ableist. I'm just saying, odds are a deaf person is not going to hear this podcast, so it's okay.
Dude,
to,
in some places it's subtitled.
On YouTube, you can
turn subtitles off. Turn the subtitles off on this
Says so.
episode, please.
Okay. Other
Fine,
things.
you can be evolved and deaf.
Can we go back to this episode, please? Can we go back to this? There's not much to talk about in this episode.
No, this is why we're joking around. We're goofing. These are goofs.
There's some weird things that happen. So the scene with Worf when they're like, there was no word for peacemaker until Riva or whatever, and like how they like Worf was unsure of it. That was a weird scene playing out. I
Where he
thought.
was like he was angry, and
Yeah.
Troy was reading into. She said she doesn't usually read these emotions except for when there's like before a war or before
For battle.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was kind of out of nowhere. Like,
It was
and they didn't follow it up.
no.
It was weird. It was weird.
I
think they're. I don't know. I don't know what they're really trying to do there necessarily. Like usually, I try to look at through like the writer's perspective.
Were they trying to establish him as like this peaceful?
They can even get the Klingons to meet.
Yeah,
And Worf was uncomfortable with it
That he
because he was
to-
able to beat the Klingons.
But we've already talked
In a different
the
kind of
past-
battle?
Yeah.
We've already talked about how Worf is not truly a real Klingon.
Have you already noticed they've tried to change that narrative?
They have.
Yeah, where he's more in tune with Klingons as opposed to earlier in the series, where they said he didn't really know much about the culture. Obviously, he's been reading a book or two.
Yeah. Well,
Obviously.
I mean, season 1 Worf was not like.
Wasn't really there till Dash died.
Yeah, but he wasn't like a Klingon.
Yeah.
Like he. I don't know.
He wasn't like the Klingons we know.
No.
Right. He was quite different. So other things in this episode.
One shot took out all three of the chorus, though. You notice that?
And also the way they died, man. I love the old phaser fire where
Oh,
you
yeah.
would see like their skeletons and their.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because you think on a kill setting when they get vaporized, there'd be a little more showmanship to it.
And that's actually not a bad. I mean, Rob, maybe you can put this shot in the YouTube, but
Can you send to me and save me some time?
yeah, that's not a bad way. Like, because it lines up pretty well with their
No,
bodies.
I thought the visuals were solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my question: you get vaporized that way. Are you instantly dead, or does it take time for your brain?
It looks like they're a little rough.
No, don't get me wrong.
They're in bad shape.
So their bodies are gone, right? But their heads are still there, right?
Oh yeah, the brain's still processing.
The brain's still processing, or is this kind of like the submarine implosion, where it's like you're dead before you know it, sort of a thing?
I'm just from the look on their faces. I'm going to go with they knew what the hell. Really, one shot took out all three of us at the same time.
They're doing the wave right
Yeah.
now, and
It hit one of us, and it killed all three of us at the same time.
that's a strong. Hey, there's weapons like that. Tesla arc, baby.
Well, I get that, but usually you have some kind of like shockwave or with grenades or
Paid to mention
shrapnel.
the word Tesla every week.
Oh, where's your jacket?
It's springtime, baby.
It's
It's a little
springtime,
warmer.
baby.
Isn't it cold out there?
It's
And it's
springtime.
chilly.
You are really pinching hairs here for some. Is that a phrase? Did
Pinching
I just make
hairs?
that up?
You nailed it. That's a
Splitting hairs.
Jesus Christ!
You are splitting hairs here over a show that has a man who's has 3 people voicing him, his brain.
That's believable.
No,
The shot that one of them taking all 3 of them without seeing some kind of wave going all over them. No.
I apologize for getting the hair thing wrong. I just haven't had it in so
ironic.
long. I don't realize the metaphors anymore.
Oh, you got hair.
It's ironic that you
Down
didn't
there.
get the hair
Yeah.
thing wrong.
Yeah, it is. Weird scene. Picard gripping the head of this guy saying, "Listen to me, you are not..." That felt very aggressive.
The guy was freaking out though.
Yeah, but like...
Smack him in the face. Get his attention. That's better than smacking him in the face,
I don't
isn't
know,
it?
that felt
Get
very
yourself
aggressive.
together, man.
He should have backhanded him.
That felt very aggressive.
It
I
did
don't
feel
know.
aggressive. However, gotta get his attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes I do that to Joe.
It's nice to see a little aggression from Picard, though. Honestly,
It is.
he doesn't. He's always been like, he's just so cool, calm, and collected most of the time, and just nonchalant about almost everything. It's nice to see a little passion
I spilled my coffee.
because you spilled it because you did not want to move your other hand to move the cord. That is out of
Does
pure
anybody have a tissue?
that is out of pure laziness that happened.
You're lazy.
I-
Geordi. Geordi has the ability to get his vision back at 80% of what it is now
The visor can do.
with ocular implants. Pulaski can regenerate his eyes. We don't follow up with the story on this, right? He just says this is a lot to think about.
Yeah.
So here's a question I have for you. I know this will be addressed later on in the show, right? At least I think it is. I don't recall if this season it does. Oh, what's wrong? Your headphones.
Oh.
Your headphones keep just.
You get
went out.
unplugged
No, they went out.
They went out. Yeah. Is it still out?
Okay, I got it now.
Okay.
because they came unplugged.
Now they're gone again.
So is this an intentional? I wonder if it's this. It might be this. It might be this. I wonder if this is an intentional storyline so they can get him out of the visor and just use his regular eyes. And then later on they decide against it. Or if this is really truly like, hey, this would be a good storyline to cover during this.
It could have been. I think you might be right. It might have been a prelude to a potential thing in the
Getting him
future.
out of the visor.
Yeah, because I think LeVar Burton said that the thing bugged him.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, so maybe it was a way to maybe set that up in the future and show how great Pulaski was as a doctor because she's done it twice.
No thanks.
Yeah. I love how Pulaski comes on the ship and immediately goes, "Let me fix you people."
Yeah.
Right? Like Data, you suck. Geordi, you're blind. Let me fix it. Like she can't just come in and be like, "Hey, I'm the new doctor. Why don't you come see me?" No, I'm going to come to you and tell you what's wrong with you.
Oh, I'm sure she was more gentle. No, never mind.
No, not Pulaski. She sucks.
Yeah.
Pulaski she sucks. She is an old bitch.
Can we also talk about the negotiation technique to beam onto a planet where people are fighting and you say, "The time of killing is at an end," and then people are suddenly peaceful? Doesn't work like that, Reva. Blast them. I started blasting.
What's that from?
Always Sunny.
Yeah, yeah.
I started blasting.
When he goes on the news show and
Yeah, with his gun.
have you ever watched that?
Just starting to now, actually.
Oh, what do you think of it?
It's a show.
How many episodes have you watched?
We're in season 3.
I don't think,
Oh, it's getting pretty funny.
I don't think it gets better until like later seasons, personally.
I mean, it gets really funny in the middle, like the mid seasons. But as soon as Danny DeVito comes on, that show,
That was season 1. He came
the
at
end
the
of
end of season 1.
season one, yeah. But what I'm saying is, as soon as when it's just the gang, season 1, it's funny. But as soon as Danny DeVito gets on there and he establishes himself and his relationship with Charlie, it goes to the moon.
The one
It's
guy's
hilarious.
fat now.
Oh, Fat Mac.
Fat Mac, yeah.
And then he gets ripped. Holy crap.
Spoiler.
I do appreciate
He's ripped in real life.
Someone asked him, the actor, what you can do to get fit, or what kind of common person. He goes, well, if you have the money for a personal trainer and he went through this whole list of things that he's fortunate to have, right?
Right.
You can be just like me. So he kind of mocked the person for asking the question.
Right. And it's kind of like you can't do that unless you have a lot of money.
So I really appreciate that as more common folk.
He's funny and pretty down to earth, like in realistic in real life.
Yeah.
But he just got fat for the fun of it.
That's what my wife said.
Because
He thought
he
it'd be funny.
he thought it'd be funny. Matt got fat, and it was hilarious.
Anything else?
So they go to the planet, right? Mm-hmm. And they get down there, and they have a limited security team. 3 people get killed pretty quickly, right? Mm-hmm. So they go up to the ship. They get everything rectified, right? They're like, all right, cool.
I know
We're going to go down there again. Well, we're not. We're going to leave Reva down there by himself.
Oh, we're going to send him and Deanna Troy at first together. Just those two.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have his boner guy with him, so his boner guy's gone.
Yeah.
That might help.
So you're going to leave this guy where people got killed with the people that killed his course.
No, it was one guy who got killed.
And he's
it was
deaf,
one guy
remember.
who did
So
the
you mean
killing.
there's only one guy on the planet that wants to continue the fighting?
And remember, he's deaf, so he will never hear it coming.
Yeah.
734-494-0980.
How does that mean?
734-494-0980.
Not going to hear the footsteps.
734-494-0980.
Are you suggesting that it's just as easy to sneak up on someone who can hear as it is a deaf person?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Deaf people have 6 senses, baby.
That's insane. That's irresponsible.
Have you never seen Daredevil?
That's true. He's got a point there. That's a documentary.
I was going to say he
real
references
life.
a fake TV show.
That's real.
Have you never seen? Have you seen
I was just going to.
Cool Runnings?
Huh?
Jamaica.
You're saying Jamaica has a...
No, they have no snow, but they have a bobsled team anyway. So technically, they're.
Are you saying Jamaica's disabled?
That's absolutely the same thing.
It's
You're
the
right.
Same, it's the
you
same
know what?
idea.
I
It's the same idea.
absolutely the same thing.
Same idea.
I'm
John Candy.
offensive.
Today I'm going to take the role of Nick and go to just say I hate you guys.
You're right. You guys are right. I'm offensive. Sorry.
Can we get past this?
Please, for the love of God.
All right, we're moving on to the next episode here. The Schizoid Man.
21st century schizoid man.
Zazzle.
Bazinga! All right.
I'm zazzling under this desk right now.
The Enterprise is en route to provide medical care for Dr. Ira Graves, who's a jerk. He's a total jerk. He lives with his assistant, Corrine Briannon, who he's in love with secretly, but he's too old for her because he's so old. You're so old. So they all get there, including Data. And this doctor says to Data, "Did you know I'm technically your grandfather? Ha ha ha, because I trained your...
Who's your grandpapa?
I'm your papa." And Data's like, "Okay, Papa," and he calls him Papa, blah, 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 blah. And the doctor's dying of this disease. Oh, and he's only got 3 weeks to live. But it just so happens this doctor knows how to put himself into a computer. So him and Data disappear for a while. Data comes back acting differently and announces the doctor's dead. Doctor ain't dead. The doctor's in Data, and Data's a jerk now. So Data goes around acting like a jerk, gives a long eulogy, tries to mac it with the girl, is mean to Picard, and then finally they're like, "Dude, what is wrong with you?" And they find out the doctor's still alive in there. And Picard basically chews him apart, says, "Hey, look, this ain't the way to do it. You can't kill Data. Also, you're not the same anymore." And Graves knocks the crap out of the captain. But when the captain wakes up, Graves is gone. Graves has left Data's body. He's put his knowledge in the computer, but the rest of him is gone. The end.
That guy had an ego. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, earmuffs if you want, Joe, because it's a way, way in the future storyline. But this sound like Star Trek Picard at all to you?
Yeah, exactly. Same idea.
Yeah. That's I like he got to call him.
They reuse the storyline kind of a thing, right?
Yep. All right, Joe, that didn't work, just so you know. You actually put the speakers closer to your ears.
Yeah.
So you could hear better.
I did the same thing a minute ago, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I did that
When you
joke
told
before
me-
you did.
You have to obstruct.
you did. You did it first. I hope you're proud of yourself.
No, never proud of myself.
You shouldn't be. You're.
I'm a scumbag. I'll say it for you.
That's why I like you, though.
Can I talk about Barbara Allen Woods?
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
Yeah.
Is
What
that
is she-
the
what is she
the
from?
The assistant.
Who? So she was an assistant to the doctor then,
What
right?
is that third one? The third picture? What is that from?
This.
Yeah.
Let me find out what
Actually,
she's
that
in.
that looks like
Let me find what she's in.
in that picture she looks like the
She was in One Tree Hill.
that. Okay, never mind. That's who I'm thinking of.
I got nothing.
The Goldbergs. One Tree Hill. She was in it for 106 episodes.
That's who I'm thinking of. Yep.
Oh, she was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show.
There was a TV show?
What? What year?
1997 to 2000.
So that's
3 years?
3 years?
Yeah. 66 episodes, baby.
Shut up.
It was 1 hour long.
What?
I'm not kidding, man.
Where did this air?
ABC. It had to be ABC because it's Disney property.
Yeah.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The TV show ran for 3 years, and none of us knew about it.
Not a one of us.
None of us knew about it. Peter Scolari plays Wayne Zielinski.
There's only one Wayne Zielinski.
Yeah.
There's only one.
That's true. There is only one.
Wow.
The more you know.
I did not know that.
The more you know.
Now I'm really curious though. Is it on Disney Plus? I wonder.
Ooh. I bet you it is.
I don't know. We're gonna have to watch it. We're gonna have to review an episode on this podcast. Yeah, she was on One Tree Hill. She
To
was
the television
mom?
set.
Wow.
She has nice eyes.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, this episode, the Schizoid Man.
21st century schizoid man.
Every time I say that, you're gonna have to do that just for the record. Rob, we're here. We're
I'm gonna see if this is on Disney
We're not
Plus.
watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Let's move on with the review, and we'll pick Rob up at another.
Hold on.
No, you can't.
I have the ability.
To
multitask, unlike somebody else in this room.
False.
Yeah, but you're just creating more work for yourself.
You are.
Because you're gonna have to put an overlay over that because you can't show that on YouTube.
Oh, it's pretty easy. That there's nothing on Disney Plus though for the TV
wow.
show.
None of us cared right now because we're busy making a podcast.
Oh, it says Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not a hill you want to die on, Nick.
All right. So, where do we start with this episode? Can we start?
End.
Graves is a total jerk.
Yeah, he's a douche.
Like a total jerk. There's nothing redeeming about this man, is there?
No.
He's a genius. Is that redeeming?
But we don't even know why he's a genius.
Cybernetics. It said it in the episode.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesus, Nick.
They say that.
They say that, but I mean, is that really what was in the like?
I mean, that's what they say.
Can we prove it?
And obviously, he taught Sung everything he knows. Again, cybernetics.
And obviously, he transfers his consciousness into data,
and he was able to transfer. He knew he was going to do it in the computer. So, Nick, cybernetics. So, Nick, do you even pay attention to the episodes we watch, let alone the ones we record?
Lecture me when you were looking for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on the television. Don't lecture me.
Hold on. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show that we literally just learned about.
Yeah.
But we've moved past that.
Now we have.
We're talking about the Schizoid Man.
21st century schizoid man.
Yeah. So we're talking about this episode about this man, Dr. Graves. Why do you think they call him that man? Schizoid.
Because they do personalities and data.
Ah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Are you serious? You didn't figure that out.
Is that a real revelation to him?
No, it wasn't. I was just
kidding.
It was.
That was.
That was sincerity in your face.
I was kidding.
No, you weren't.
Every once in a while, I kid.
No, you weren't.
I kid.
Oh, man.
Okay, so they go to this planet. This guy, is there any... Okay, I said there's nothing redeeming about this guy. The girl implies that she did want to date him, though.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out?
No, he would.
Or was he too old?
He said he was too old.
He said that to her. So my thought was this was unrequited love. They both loved each other, but neither one would admit it.
Yeah.
Okay. And she would have got with him if he would have been down.
Yeah.
and he would have got with her, but in his mind, he was too old.
Yes.
But then he was super jealous when I don't know.
All right, so it didn't have any balls to approach her and was jealous when Picard was just talking to her. That's very human nature.
I know, but man, that was hardcore jealousy.
Oh yeah, it's
And Brent Spiner acted his ass off in this.
one thing
episode.
that people don't realize. Spiner's an actor. He's got range.
What? He's an actor?
Dude,
I never realized that. I thought that was actually a person named Data. I didn't think it was acting. I never realized that.
The motherfucker has range. All right.
Who does? Data?
Brent Spiner.
Because he's an actor. Yeah, that's right.
You got blocked
I know.
twice. Can we talk about this is the second?
It's a really aggressive episode for all of us today, just for the record.
And yet I'm the only one catching heat for it.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
What were you going to say?
What were you going to say? Where were you going with this, Nick, other than...
Brent Spiner does an incredible job because, as we know now, he's an actor.
You're welcome.
He did it. It's very, like his eulogy is freaking hilarious. To know him is to love him. To love him is to know him.
Actually, if Joe goes before me, that's what I'm going to say at his eulogy.
And he's just going,
yeah.
He's going on. And Picard's like, Data. He's like, I'm almost finished.
That was pretty funny.
It's just pretty great.
But
which is also what I say to Joe often.
Yeah.
But it's the second episode where Data has to. You see a different side of Data, like this.
Yeah, because Lord took him in the one episode.
Yeah, and it was like,
who Lord, just so you know, was actually Brent Spiner as well.
No, I'm saying second episode in a row because he that was more of a Data episode, the previous one where
It's more of a
Loud as a Whisper?
no, not a Data episode, but
Data was there, but I think it was more of a
but there
Picard
was
Troy episode.
What am I thinking? I'm thinking of something. Hold on.
Are you watching Pluto? Are you ahead of us?
No, but there was a
You'll get there, boy.
no. He
I don't want you to
had
have a
some sort of
stroke right
like
here.
emotional thing, or he in the
he's
previous
faking,
episode.
he was faking a laugh, trying to learn how to laugh.
No, that was
No.
that was earlier on, though.
That was like last week.
It was
Was a
last
stand-up
week.
comedian
Oh, was
episode?
it? Okay.
But maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But there have been.
Oh, you're talking about the comedic episode
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
with Joe Piscopo.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
but they are trying to like find this more human side of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not to make him human, but just it feels like it's to get the audience like invested in him as a character. Because he can be so rigid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think
I
these
swear
last
it was something in the
this
previous
episode kind of went to Data as a character a little bit, which is like early on especially, and that it showed that one thing I liked about this is that Picard, he's an individual, he's a human, he's alive or whatever it was. It kind of reestablishes that because that's going to come up again very soon.
Yes.
So I think it did a nice job of that.
Well,
and it was also nice to see some references to Tasha Yar.
Yes.
Briefly.
Yes.
Yep.
And this was a good episode for that because Graves constantly referenced how Data wasn't really anything other than
No heart.
yeah, exactly.
Too soon, Doc.
Oh, and that was even in the last episode with the Riva guy where he does this around Data
Because he can't
because he can't feel him.
Yeah, he can't show he can't because he says the Data. Picard says he can translate for you, but can he feel my passion? Can he feel my disappointment? And Data can't.
Yeah, but when he's greeting people and he's putting his hand on their chest.
I didn't think you were supposed to do that. Usually it's
I
frowned
noticed
upon.
how he only did that with the men, though. Good call.
Yeah,
Good call.
that's how I greet
Don't
people.
make direct eye contact with me during that. Gosh, that's making me feel a little bit like the schizoid man.
No, you didn't reference the episode.
Oh, dang it. Okay. So Data here, it's pretty obvious almost immediately that something's wrong with him, but it takes them a while to figure it out.
Hey, at least Wesley didn't figure it out this time.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. They've really dumbed down Wesley.
No, he's just not there as much, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, but they've dumbed him down too.
Yeah.
Because even Wesley's like, Data, what was that about? Ha 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 ha. You know, and instead of being like Data, that's
Did they
not
just
like
get a
him.
lot of? Did they get so much backlash after the first season?
I'm gonna
With
guess it's a
Wesley?
course correct. It has to be a course correct.
There's a lot of course corrections because
Because
like-
what's the difference? I mean, it's essentially the same writing team. isn't it?
Elementary Dear Data, was that the episode you were referring to with the very heavy Data episode?
No, it's
Watson?
fine. It's fine.
No, but I think it was an obvious course correct.
With Wesley, but this whole season, like Wesley is a course correct. Data is being featured a lot more.
Worf is a course correct because he's
Worf
actually
Worf is a course correct.
Riker is kind of taking a back seat this season so far.
so far.
Picard is becoming more passionate,
Yeah.
right? Troy even has some
She's definitely more involved now than she was.
Crusher really hasn't been a focus at all this season though.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Dr. Crusher.
It's
No,
weird.
I'm not sure.
Weird.
Gosh, I'm feeling her loss though.
Yeah.
Like I cannot believe that guy is like, they had no, like, he wrote her out because he didn't like her, obviously, but like for him to claim they didn't have chemistry and all that, and then you bring on Pulaski, like she doesn't
This
have
old
chemistry.
bitch has no
Dude.
chemistry with anybody.
Yeah. She wasn't even old either. She was like 54.
She wasn't even. She was like 49 or 50.
Did we talk about this?
Yes,
already?
we did already. For the love of God.
Yes, we did. We did.
But I do appreciate on this
Sorry,
episode.
I didn't realize she was an actor.
Pulaski was on this episode, but they still brought in that a ship of 1,000 people has at least one other doctor.
Yeah, because they brought on the Romulan.
Sealar, yeah. Which was nice to
I
see.
kind of liked her too. Bring her on more.
I think this is her only episode, but she gets mentioned.
Oh, and she becomes she's a Star Trek actress regular.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she does other stuff.
Oh.
The female Jeffrey Combs.
She does like 5 different roles in there.
She role plays. So
Let me find out what else she does.
no, but I was thinking about it when she was talking to the doctor. Would you want a Vulcan doctor? Just so matter of fact, you're going to die.
She's also in 3 episodes as Keelar. Oh, Lieutenant Sealar. Keelar, Lieutenant Sealar, MD.
Oh, so she's in 3 episodes as the doctor?
She's a female Q in
Doctor.
Star Trek Voyager as well.
Oh, I remember her in that episode. Doctor. You're going to die.
She,
But-
was, she was in 18 episodes of Mad About You.
Ooh.
Dr. Joan Golfino.
So she's typecast as a doctor?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see some Mad About You reruns.
Yeah.
Gosh, they
It's
rebooted
not-
that. Not good.
It's not. I never see it. Although you know what I've been watching a little more lately on
Nope.
Pluto? Wings.
Oh.
I liked Wings.
Oh, she was the mom on How I Met Your Mother. Marshall's mom.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Small world.
Huh, look at that. Talking about a good episode when he finds out his dad passed.
Oh.
Crushing. Oh.
Better than any episode of Scrubs ever.
No.
I just don't understand how you can even
Like I don't
live with yourself.
It's not good TV.
It
It's
is.
You know
bad,
what's not good TV?
Bad television.
Anytime Dave Matthews is on the screen. I don't know
Oh, that's
what.
excellent television. Scrubs is bad.
I gotta admit, I just randomly went for the buttons.
Well, it's
Nice.
it's force of habit. You probably subconsciously know what button that is. now.
the green button.
As long as you're on the right page, you were gold.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, because if I went on the other page, it would be a sound drop. It'd be
What was that?
The latest in pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
the latest in pop culture. All right, anything.
Which we actually, there was absolutely zero pop culture news.
We talked about Taylor Swift's album.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I meant to talk more about Fallout because I finished that.
Well, next week.
Crawl out through the Fallout.
I think I'm actually going to watch that show.
So that clip I sent you is freaking hilarious because they don't really. I'll get into that later. Did you see that clip I sent you?
I
where
was
he's like,
in a place where I couldn't watch
He's like,
it.
sometimes my doesn't work right and it gets really hard and stands up. And she's like, that's what it's supposed to do. And he's like, yeah, but after a while it'll pop. And she's like, yeah, you want it to pop. Freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I was in a place I could not watch it at that time.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Oops.
Oopsie. Oh, it's a funny scene. It's really good. Fallout was really good. I give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I think he gave it a 9 or 9.5 last week, too, or 2 weeks ago.
He just gave this episode a 9 out of 10.
No.
You heard it here first. Skinzoid Man.
So, a couple things about this episode. Well, actually, you know what I want to talk about in this episode?
Go for it.
I don't want to talk about because I want to talk about it more in the measure of a man.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to talk about it.
It's good because that's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, exactly. So
What a teaser. Look at you, radio guy.
Oh.
Sees me, Zaddy.
Why do I speak?
Don't speak. I know just what you're saying. No Doubt reunited at Coachella. And it was pretty amazing. I watched some of the YouTube clips and I just
Did the band have anything to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In their later albums, they have much to do. It's like
No,
Maroon
they still-
5.
No, it's not quite that bad.
Why is the band there?
Maroon 5 is very not.
I guess Maroon
so much
5
band.
is working on a new album where they're going back to their roots, which would be okay because Songs About Jane is an incredible album.
Are they going to use instruments?
Right. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Go back to that funk sound that you had.
Songs About Jane is very good.
It is.
I think even I had that album.
Oh, gosh, it's so
It's
good.
very good. It's a very good album.
And then Adam Levine got full of himself. Oh,
Nobody has gotten fuller of themselves quicker than Adam Levine.
Ooh.
that's actually that would be a fun Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
People who have gotten way too full
Hey.
of themselves.
Talk Punch, if you're listening, can you do that list for us?
Yeah, actors or actresses or musicians who've gotten full of themselves.
The quickest.
Yeah.
Gosh, that would be a fascinating list.
I think Adam
Yeah.
Levine set the land speed record for.
Oh my
getting-
gosh, he's probably number 1 on that list, isn't he?
Gotta be. I can't think of another one who even comes close.
Where would who's the actor you can't stand? The dude actor.
Sean Penn?
Sean Penn.
Ooh,
Would he
Sean
be
Penn
that
is on
list?
there too.
Yeah.
Sean Penn.
He's
I'm
very
Sean Penn. I always act like Sean Penn, but
I feel like
give me all the awards.
Madonna would be on that list.
Mhm.
Madonna is so full of
I
herself.
was too young back in the day to see how full of how quickly she got it.
Can I make a controversial one?
Yeah.
Because she's like very popular.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Oh.
Beyonce.
Oh, I agree, actually.
I think Beyonce is very full of herself.
That's a whole other conversation. There's a whole conversation about her country album and whatever. And
LeBron James. Very.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, yes.
Oh my God.
Any wide receiver ever.
Calvin Johnson.
Amon Ra doesn't count, or Calvin Johnson. We have good luck
Herman
with wide
Moore.
receivers.
Herman
Mine
Moore.
is Titus Young.
Yeah. Titus Young got full of himself.
Titus Young was a
Titus
bummer.
Young had CTE.
Yeah. That's not a thing. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We've had good history with our wide receivers
We
overall,
have.
though. Because Brett Perriman was here for
Charles
a while.
Rogers?
Johnny Morton. Oh, gosh.
He wasn't full of himself. He just
wasn't
like
full of
weed.
himself. He-
And had brittle bones because of the weed. Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the weed.
Well,
This is okay. Every episode I tend to say, like, we went
Yes.
off the rails today.
Yes, every episode you do.
this one was truly off the rails.
This one
Well-
was, well, and I say that every week as well.
To be fair, these episodes kind of make it hard sometimes.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I mean,
Last
there is a
episode,
lot.
it did make it hard because of Dirty Talk. I was like, yeah.
But I
Fill
mean,
her up.
last episode we talked about deaf people.
You did. You did.
I do want to say, like,
No, I'm just saying it because it did present
There
a
was good
talking
representation.
yes, it did
There was
present a
good-
talking point.
and that's the
This episode, I felt like it could have, but it didn't. Like it just fell short.
I think what hurts this episode is an episode to come. And I hate teasing it, but once
Is it Measure of a Man?
how'd you know?
I don't know. You said it like 40 seconds ago.
I know.
So what they do is they get a ruler out and they
They measure the man.
They measure the
Nice. Now this is the Star Trek I'm looking
and
for.
guess who institutes it? Riker. Riker's like, let's go. And then he's like, I beat all of you. And then Worf goes, can I add both together?
yeah.
Because then I
Oh.
win.
Hey,
and then there's a guest spot of Odo, and then his is
Oh,
just twice as. It's just
it just
keeps
con-
going.
you know what? Watching this episode when the guy was getting jealous, I was really disappointed that Riker didn't go all like he didn't get jealous that like Riker was making the move because I miss Riker trying to impregnate everybody. I missed that this season so far.
They've
Do you think
taken that away.
was there like an off-season meeting where like they're like you got to stop
They bring him back, though.
banging everybody?
He becomes that way again.
Not
Not as severe.
I want the Kirk part of that because that was always fun. The memes are great.
They are great. You do a good job with the memes.
It's
you
just fun. I don't make all of them.
make. Oh, you don't?
Not all of them. No, some of them. Not all of them.
Okay.
Some of them I just outright steal.
Good. Shall we go to rating, gentlemen?
Please.
All right. Let's start with
I give them a 5.
Loud as a
Total.
Whisper.
That's the
the
fill
Kenny
her up.
Loggins
That's a
episode.
fill her up episode. Gotcha.
That's the Kenny Loggins episode.
I'm going to
I
send
know.
you the picture of Kenny Loggins too. It goes on YouTube because
Save me the time, please, for the love of God. I don't have a lot of time this weekend, so 3. That's what I'm going with.
3 from Rob is bad.
Yeah, it is. I'm probably like
I think I'm still the lowest rated person on the show.
I know, but just sound like when
you
give
are the lowest rated person on this show.
That's 100% true. Actually, I'm okay with it.
How am I not the lowest rated person on the show?
I don't know.
The demographics come up, Joe, and I'm clearly the lowest.
Loud is. I think I'm right around your range. I think 3. I mean, I think what helps it is they did a good job on representation. They did a good job showing what that would be like, but the episode just doesn't work. The creepy thing with Deanna Troy, just him creeping around in general, it didn't work for me. 3 out of 10. Joe?
The guy looked just like Kenny Loggins, which was awesome.
Highway to the danger zone.
He had a boner walking around with him the whole time. Like, it was fun. I'll give it a 3.5.
You know where you can hear a Kenny Loggins song at?
I'm all right.
Spotify?
No. Isn't Playing with the Boys a Kenny Loggins song?
Oh, yeah.
So do you know where you can hear a Kenny Loggins song?
Playing with the Boys is the Kenny Loggins
But
song.
do you know where you can hear that song?
Patreon.com/keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, there's a video. Yes, we put videos out.
Man, Kenny
where you
Loggins
reenact
had
the
some hits,
scene
though.
from.
It's a master of the soundtrack song.
We pay tribute to a scene from Maverick
Yeah,
and
Footloose.
Top Gun. You
I'm
should
all
sign up
right.
and
Playing
watch
with the boys.
that.
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone, yeah.
Schizoid Man.
All right.
21st century schizoid man.
Yeah.
It's King Crimson.
3.
Yeah, 3.
2.5.
Gentlemen, we're not in a good shape right now. We're really struggling through the season. In fact, our combined rating over the last 3 episodes is a 2.9. Oh, wait. No. Okay. It's 3 out of 10. The last 3 episodes overall.
I did like The Rocketeer, though.
The Outrageous Akona,
Yep.
you gave it a 5. Yeah, that's
'cause
true.
The Rocketeer.
So we're really struggling. Season 2 is actually below season 1 right now.
Well, you know what's interesting about season 2, though? I feel like you start to see the characters a little bit more,
You-
what they become.
You are.
Like Picard, these episodes I thought was good.
He's becoming the Picard you like.
Yeah, so it's there are signs, but sadly, even though we rated it worse, I think some of the stories are actually better. It's just not put together yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's more. It's just there's more there. Just it needs to gel as
The
a
characters
whole.
are filling out more for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Well, next week we got 2 episodes to review, Unnatural Selection and A Matter of Honor. So those are our next 2 episodes after that.
Honor matters.
Heads up, Memorial Day is coming. And when Memorial Day comes, so does Joe.
Hell yeah.
Patreon.com.
No, Joe comes to the bake.
Joe comes where?
The grill. The grilling.
Joe comes to the I don't want that.
No, Joe's going to grill. He's going to...
What am I doing?
I don't know.
We haven't discussed any of this.
I don't know. I'm making this up as we go.
Oh.
Joe's grilling for us.
You're having us all over for grilling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Like
get ready.
interrogation?
No, for
Listen.
hot hamburgers, hot dogs.
Oh.
You just got told.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
Only if we can record some behind the scenes like Patreon footage and just throw it up for S&Gs.
Of us in football gear.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
just Memorial Day footage.
Yeah, we could do that.
Just for S&Gs.
Yeah.
Nothing special, just literally footage of us.
I feel like it's fair to say if it's footage of us, it's nothing special. Yes.
That's true.
I don't-
That's what we specialize
Well,
in.
it's special because it's, touched.
Special.
Yeah, it's touched.
You know why Joe... So Joe has to leave early today. And I just realized why. You know what today is?
AIDS.
You got it in. Good job.
Zazzle.
April 20th.
420. Oh, yeah. That's right, man. I'm going to get baked.
He's got places to be.
He's got to get hungry so he can cook for us.
Actually, no. I haven't. I've had a couple, but I have since my near-death experience on edibles. Really, not really partaken in much drug use.
get you. All right, ladies and
You know
gentlemen.
what's addicting, Joe? That ass.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I work hard, so I appreciate it.
It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed our Taylor Swift coverage.
Cole,
Our
thanks for the music.
Zazzle coverage.
Zazzle!
The Schizoid Man coverage.
21st century schizoid man.
And South Park.
If you want
Christian
Zazzle all over your
contemporary
body, Zazzle.com.
music. All right, bye
Nick
all.
has
Should be
Zazzle
on
all over his
Kardashians.
body.
Yeah, he does.